Hello and welcome to Sami Smart Tech Academy. So today we are going to be continuing in our video of Introduction to Software Engineering, and today we're going to be talking about the different paths in software engineering, and we have reduced it to the three major different career paths like you usually see: the front end, the back end, and the full stack, right? You see some people call themselves front-end engineers, some people call themselves back-end engineer, and some people they're going to call themselves full-stack engineer. So we are going to be explaining what this three different concepts do and their responsibility, right? So let's go there. So today I'm going to be using the analogy of a restaurant, right? So we are going to use an analogy of a restaurant to explain this different career path in software engineering. So think of the front end like the dining area in a restaurant where customers come to sit down and order for food and enjoy the serene music or the beauty of the restaurant, the way the restaurant is arranged and everything. That's what we refer to as like the front end, what users or what customers come and see and experience. So when you were talking about front end coming into web apps or mobile app or whatever software, the front end is just whatever you as a user can see and experience, right? The buttons, the decorations, the videos, the pictures, the alignment, the colors, the arrangement of all the stuff. When you click a button, what happens? Everything you see and experience when you go to software or when you open a software is what we refer to as the front end. And the major programming languages that are used for this for creating this software or for this front end, right, is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? That's for the web app. Different applications have their different languages, right? But we're not going to focus on that today. We're just going to focus on explaining it, right? So now think of the back end like the kitchen, right? The kitchen is where the food is being prepared. Think of it like the kitchen and the storeroom where the food is being prepared and being processed, where all the orders go to, and the kitchen prepares it and processes everything to ensure that all customers' orders are being met. So when you're talking about back end in software engineering or software engineering, this is the logical part that processes your data. For example, now you go to your bank app, you want to access your money, you want to transfer money. First, you have to log in. Now, the front end shows you a form on how to log in. You type in your username or your password. When you press enter, the front end sends the data to the back end. The back end now processes that information you sent, right? Your username is first check whether you have an account with the bank. If you have an account with the bank, it now checks the password that you created, whether it's the same with one you provided when you wanted to log in. If it's the same, then they grant you access, right? The backend does all those logical work, all those processing behind the scenes. For example, when you want to transfer money, the backend ensures that you have enough money in your account for the transfer. It ensures that the account number you provided for the Raspberry account number is correct, and it does the transfer for you. So that's basically what the backend does. So it does the processing and the storage of the data. Yeah, so that's it. Then the full stack engineer is the jack of all trades, right? So think of the full stack engineer like the owner of a small restaurant, right? So the owner of a small restaurant, basically he does everything, or the manager of a small restaurant, basically he or she does everything. She's the one who arranges the seats and the dining area. She's the one who decorates everywhere. She's also the one who cooks the food. So she's the one who does everything. She's the waiter, she's the cook, she's the cleaner, she's everything. So that's what full stack means. Combination of both the front and the back. So whenever you see a full stack engineer, please salute him because he or she knows how to do the front end and also the back end. Now, how do you know which career path to choose, right? How do you decide for yourself? Now, think of this. Do you like beautiful interface? Are you someone that normally love aesthetics, right? You love making things very beautiful. You love making things very aligned. You love arranging. You love color and everything? Or are you a creative, or you someone that is detailed oriented? You love things always being in a very nice order. You like to be creative with your design or things like that. Are you someone who cares about design? I think you should go for front end engineering, right? You should go and learn how to become a front-end engineer, because that is what front-end engineer basically do. These are characteristics of front-end engineers, right? Now, it will just take you 3 to 6 months to master this the technology, right? You need. So there's some programming language you might learn, like HTML, CSS, React, JavaScript, and the rest. But the programming language is not what we're focusing on today. So just think of dedicating 3 to 6 months of your life for this career path. Now, are you someone that love logics? Like, you like logical things, you like thinking logically. Anything that is not logically does not make sense to you. Anything that is not mathematical, that you cannot put things together, you cannot say 1 + 1 is 2, you don't know what came together. And anything that is not logical does not make sense to you. Or are you someone that is very analytical, someone that has a problem solver, you always like to analyze and solve problem and provide solution? Or you're someone that loves playing puzzles, right? Like chess and those stuff. Anything that concerns logic and analysis, something that you enjoy. I think you should go for backend engineering, right? So backend engineering, this is what they do. They design all the logics that processes the data and ensures that the user data is well processed and stored. So for this, you have to dedicate 4 to 6 months of your time, right? 4 to 6 months of your life, so that you can master, let me not say master, so that you can learn the basics of backend engineering. Because 6 months was not enough for you to master it, because you keep on learning, right? So that's it. And now, are you someone that likes being versatile? You're someone that loves both creating beautiful interface, or you're someone that loves both being a creative and also a logical person, right? You are both. You love creating beautiful interface and you're also a system logic person, or you're someone that likes being versatile, you're adaptable. You like to learn this, you like to learn that, you like to do this, you like to do different things. At the same time, you're very versatile and adaptable. You're someone that likes to play, let me put the word God, right? Someone that likes to create. You just think of something, you want to create it on your own. You don't need anybody help. It's someone that don't like people helping. Just let us just create it for myself, right? Or you're someone that wants variety. You want to do everything by yourself. I think you should go for full stack engineering, right? So full stack engineering is a combination of front end and back end. But first, let me drop this note of warning. Focus on one path. Don't go and start learning everything at the same time. So if you want to become a full stack engineer, you first start from the front end, right? Go and learn how to do the front end first. Be good at the front end first before going to the back end. Don't go and say you want to learn front end and back end at the same time. No. Start from the front end. Then after you're good at the front end, you now go to the back end. That's how full stack engineers will learn, right? So this will take you 6 to 12 months, right? So I would advise you just dedicate 1 year of your life. So the first 6 months, learn the front end. When you're good at the front end, the next 6 months, you learn the back end. So that's for full stack engineers. So there we go. Now, to really know, you have to know what excites you the most. And if you're someone that loves design, yes, I've already explained all this. You love visuals. Are you someone that like to always have a visual response when you're working on something? When you work on something, you like to you like to have visible results of what you're working. Front-end engineering is for you. Or you're someone that loves improving user experience. You're someone that when you work on something, you like to show off. You like to show people, not show off. You like to show people what you have worked on, right? You like to, okay, see what I've worked on, blah, blah, blah. Explain what you have worked on, show people what you have worked on. Please go for front-end engineering, that's for you. Or you're someone that just like data and logic. You're just that quiet. Them not put quiet. Them no stereotype this back-end engineering. But it's someone that you just like to do the work. You don't care whether people see it or not. You just like to do the work and make sure everything works well and everything is fine. And you just someone that is security conscious. You like to ensure that everything is secured and well. Back-end engineering, please go for that. Or you're someone that just like flexibility. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Like I said, please go for freelance, because freelance gives you the opportunity to become go for full stack, right? Full stack gives you the opportunity to become a freelancer, work remotely and the rest, and also start your own business or create your own software. And now this is just a recap of what we have said today. So don't forget, the front end is what users see and experience when they go to a software. The buttons, everything you see and experience when you go to software. That's what we refer to as the front end. It's like the dining area of a restaurant where where customers come and sit down, chillax, and enjoy themselves. That's what we refer to as the front end. So front end makes things look beautiful, right? They design and make things look beautiful, right? And they are creative minds. So the salary for most front-end engineer is ranging between 100k to 1.5 million naira. I use naira because most of my audience are Nigerian, so naira. Or are you the person that just like to build logic, right? You just like to be the guy behind the scene, right? Just the guy behind the scene, like the camera guy that nobody sees, right? But his job is really, really important. In fact, it's one of the main guy that is needed. Think you should go for back end, just like the kitchen. We rarely see the chef that prepared the food, but all we just want is to enjoy the food. We enjoy the food, and that's the main reason why we go to restaurants to eat food. So the backend engineer is the one that provides the data that's needed, right? Just like the kitchen. And if you're a problem solver, please, I think you should go for this backend engineer. So for a backend engineer, the salary range is from 150 to 2 million per month. That's naira, right? Then full stack, you like to be an entrepreneur, you like to own your own thing, you like to build your own thing from scratch, you like to do everything by yourself, you like to learn everything, you like to be versatile. Please, full stack, salary range is 180k to 2.5 million per month. And that comes to the end of this video. So the next video we'll be talking about will be how the web works. Like tools you use to code it. No, the thing is how the web works. So I'm going to show you how websites work. When you type www.google.com, enter, what happens behind the scene. So please, in this journey, direction is more important than speed. So ensure that you don't rush. You take your time to learn so that you can become a very strong and devoted software engineer. So please, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that I can get more updates. Thank you very much, and God bless.